The forest was my haven, a realm where I felt most alive. For years I had wandered its depths, my senses attuned to every rustle, every shift of the wind. But that night, an unease gripped me, clawing at the edge of my confidence like a lurking predator. I moved silently, each step measured and deliberate, following the trail I had been tracking for days. The creature I hunted was elusive, a whispered legend that could shift its form at will. Determination surged within me, driving me forward even as the hours turned into a relentless chase, the trail growing colder with every passing moment. As the first hints of dawn began to paint the sky, I found myself in a small clearing. My instincts screamed at me to leave, but my curiosity and stubbornness held me rooted to the spot. It was then that I heard it, a soft whisper, a haunting echo carried by the wind. My gaze swept the clearing, heart racing. And then I saw her, a woman standing amidst the trees. Her hair was a cascade of dark strands, her eyes like twin pools of obsidian. A beauty both ethereal and haunting radiated from her, drawing my gaze despite the wariness simmering within me. "Who are you?" My voice was firm, hiding the uncertainty that churned beneath the surface. A smile curved her lips, an enigmatic expression that held a trace of something wild. "A wanderer, lost in the woods," she replied, her voice a melody laced with an undercurrent of something otherworldly. As our eyes met, a strange connection formed, as if she could see through to the core of my being. But distractions were a luxury I couldn't afford. My rifle found its way into my grip, the cold steel offering a reassuring weight. "I'd suggest stepping away. I don't take kindly to threats." Her smile deepened, her form starting to blur at the edges. Realization hit me like a freight train, a skinwalker. The legends were real, a creature that could wear the skin of others, slip between shapes at will. Without warning, her form shifted, a fluid transformation that left her standing before me in the guise of a massive wolf. The creature's growl resonated in the clearing, a chilling reminder of its deadly intent. My grip on the rifle tightened. My heart raced as I raised it, aiming at the wolf with steady resolve. My finger squeezed the trigger and the shot pierced the air, a gunshot that seemed to echo through the woods. The wolf staggered, a yelp escaping its throat. But it didn't back down. It lunged at me, a furious blur of fur and teeth. Instinct took over and I sidestepped the attack, narrowly avoiding the snapping jaws. Another shot rang out, and this time it found its mark. The wolf's yelp turned into a pained howl as it collapsed, its body twitching in its final moments. I stood there, chest heaving, rifle still aimed at the fallen creature. I watched as its form shifted and twisted, reverting back to the woman I had first encountered. Life slowly left her eyes, a mix of pain and something almost human lingering in her gaze. As her final breath escaped, a strange mixture of triumph and regret washed over me. I had hunted and killed a creature that had been the stuff of legends and nightmares, but in her gaze I'd glimpsed something that defied easy understanding, an echo of loneliness, a hint of humanity twisted and distorted beyond recognition. The forest seemed to sigh around me, as if releasing the tension that had hung in the air. Dawn's light filtered through the trees, casting a golden glow over the clearing. Slowly I lowered my rifle, the weight of my actions settling heavily upon me. Turning away from the fallen skinwalker, I began the journey back through the woods. The place that had once been my sanctuary now felt like a realm of shadows and secrets. And as the sun rose higher, I couldn't help but wonder if the line between hunter and hunted was as clear as I'd always believed, or if it was a boundary that could easily blur, much like the shifting forms of the creatures that dwelled within the depths of the woods.